These are talented human beings doing cool things. When you're making a film, you don't know how to make the film you're on. So you're teaching yourself over the course of the film to do the film you're doing. I think when you get to the end of a film, you would never do it the way you did, because now you've learned how to make the movie, but you have to make the movie to learn how to make the movie. Every film is kind of like a master's degree in that particular production, that particular thing you're focusing on. We started production on February 17th, 2020. We had shot Flat Earther the night before, which is a 9-minute single-take dialogue movie, so it's a very different film. And we had to change the set over from that restaurant set to a dance club. So Mickey Shatterland, the production designer, had her hands full with that. We had 30 new extras coming in. So once they come forward, you guys on the side can kind of fill in the back. We had additions to the crew because we were moving from a single-camera movie to a 2-camera shoot for CABECEO. So it was a lot to take in that first day.
The first thing I was thinking about was like, damn, you guys have all this equipment just laying out in the street in that area, like, oh crap, it's like we have some security over there, you know? But yeah, it was great just seeing all that and being part of it.
We were maybe, I would say 20 or 40 minutes out from our first take, and there was sort of this moment of like, oh, we're here. We did it. And yet we haven't done anything yet. Got here, and now we have to actually do the work. But we've been working for months, but now we got to do the work. It was that paradox of accomplishment, and we haven't accomplished anything yet.
He'll kind of do this bump, and then he'll spin you around.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it.
Everyone's getting to know each other. I was getting to know the crew and the other actors and stuff. You know, it was a fun scene to do just because it is like at a club party scene. We had like, you know, the music playing and everything.
Cut! That's a cut! That was great. We're going to do another one. We started shooting the real-world sequences first, and the idea was we were going to transition into the fantasy sequence. In the movie, we're accomplishing that transition with sound effects and with movement, and the idea is the sound effects would take us from a club rhythm to a tango rhythm. And it's an idea I got from watching a lot of Bob Fosse films, but also a lot of Sergio Leone westerns. I actually, in pre-production, went to a sound designer friend, Charles Dayton, and spent about 4 or 5 hours constructing a sound effects track, playing with all the different sounds we could possibly use in a bar to create that rhythm. You needed to get shots of each individual element that was providing a sound. We want this timing because this timing is going to match tango. The really hard part was explaining all that to the actors, and we would play a little bit of the sound montage that I had constructed in pre-production. We'd also play a click track to the beat of the tango so that actors could find their rhythm that way, but it was really an abstract concept to try to explain to them. We don't have to do this all at once. We're going to be cutting back and forth, so we just need to get certain elements. We need like 2 finger taps in the right time. It took a lot of time, and I'm sure it was really frustrating for the dancers because we weren't dancing in our dance movie.
I was definitely itching to dance. Like, you know, that's where I feel most comfortable and confident.
Oh, you're right.
I just like wanted to get out there and show people why I'm the lead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The second day was kind of the confrontation with the girls and Claudio. It was some dancing because it was kind of like footwork, look, footwork, look. So it was kind of like a build to the actual dance scene. The largest challenge was the confrontation section. The worst thing you can shoot on a film shoot is a dinner scene. It's people around a table talking because you have to get singles of everybody who's at the dinner table. Suddenly, we're doing a dinner scene with 4 people who are moving, and we have to get coverage of all their actions and reactions and the wide shots. That ate up a lot more time than I think any of us anticipated it being. We were in that confrontation section for a very, very long time. Can you get the neck thing in?
Yes, but
just like, you know, having to interact with everyone and like the other dancers and stuff, and just kind of like being the coordinator too for the dance portion and the lines and everything. That was really, really exhausting.
And action. We were doing one shot, and I could tell that Claudio and Jen were frustrated. The confrontation ended, and I never called cut. And they, being great performers, just did the dance. They did the entire sequence, the whole thing. The camera operators were like, what? The lighting's off, nothing's working. But there was this kind of release.
For me, I didn't even think about it. I just remembered all our training.
Because you never know, like, you know, you're working on this routine for a couple months and then you don't know what people are going to think, like, especially like non-tango dancers. And then everyone like applauded us.
Okay, that's what we're here to do. We needed one moment of release to just let them dance.
It made me feel like, okay, I think people do like this. Yes.